Alright, guys, here we go. World Tournament is on. We are grinding. So I typically like to do these hot takes, or these types of videos, right around when World Tournament is happening. Now, at this point, over a couple of years, we've done these, quite a bit. I actually made a playlist for these. Let's just take a look. I guess we could use these as kind of like, oh, I might pause in 2 seconds if I can't find it. Yeah, here it is, right here. Could use these as kind of like a damn time capsule, what's going on in the community. But yeah, we've done these over a couple of years now. Yeah, all the way back to there. What are we on? We're on number, so this is going to be 28. All right, so a pretty huge thing has happened. We're going to have to start by talking about this. I mean, knuckle up. Come on. We got to sit down and talk about it. So they just dropped one of the hardest fights in Dokkan history. And yes, it is hard. I mean, people are going to push back on that and they're going to say, no, it's not hard. It's only the charges. No, it's not hard. It's this. No, it's not hard at all. It's actually this one thing. But, I mean, they said that, no, Fusion Zamasu's not hard. It's a ZOE. Nope. Red Zone Broly's not hard. It's this. Like, it's a hard fight. Like, just back off. Like, it's hard, dude. It's hard. Okay? Like, yeah, I get that there's unfair mechanics in this fight, which there are. But, I mean, if you guys go back, I mean, leading up to this fight, I was saying I don't buy that it's going to be this hard. I don't believe it. Because I don't see how they're going to do a 50-phase fight and actually make it challenging. And sure enough, we go in the 50-phase fight, and it's like, you're not losing at the end, really. I mean, you can, but, I mean, you're not really losing because, like, 7th anniversary LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's getting blown away by those bosses at the end. Like, no, like, he's, like, stronger than the bosses then. It's the charge count. The charge count is what I did not anticipate they were going to add to this fight, which is what they did. They put the charge counts there. Now, a lot of people don't like the charge counts. I think that's pretty valid. I myself am not the biggest fan of that, just because that's something I'm not really the best at. Like, kind of like, all right, let's do like a speed run, or like, do as much damage as fast as we can. Not really like my preferred style of play. So it kind of takes me a little bit out of my element, I guess, to an extent, we could say. So people don't like the charge counts, right? And they say, oh, I mean, I would have crushed us a million times over if not for the charge counts. But hang on. Yeah, exactly. The fight, I mean, you're going to have to accept it. It's just actually not even hard at all if there's no charge counts. If not for the charge counts, the fight is not challenging. And you could just, load up your team of Tech Ultimate Gohans and stuff like that, and you could decimate the fight. I like that. Dude, if the fight didn't have charge counts, what would they do to make it harder? Up the boss's damage even more? I mean, are charge counts better? Or would you rather that Super Gogeta is locking the whole rotation and AoE supering, right? Like, what? It's just, I get a lot of the complaints, and I think they're valid about, like, charge count, taking 2 hours to get to the end and then losing, like, stuff like that. All 100% valid. But, like, I mean, they've never made one of these hardest fights in history, and people have gone, oh, that's a fair fight. Never fucking happened before. Super Battle Road, they're crying. Like all these fights, they're crying, right? So, to a certain extent, I get what people are doing, but, like, we've all heard this all before, right? And, like, people are pushing back on it. Go back to the infamous, I mean, I battled with people for months about Red Zone, where they would say more matters than just Red Zone and stuff like that. I don't necessarily think that the Festival of Battles is going to be, like, a reoccurring type of content, but at the moment, it is the hardest fight. Now, what does the hardest fight mean? Because I made a tweet. I probably should pull it up. Again, we have to start with this because a lot of this, I'm sure, is going to be Festival Battle related talk. I made a tweet where I said, regardless if you hate it or not, I think it is pretty valid. Because, like, getting 2.5 hours in and dying and then going right back to the start, like, is the worst ever, right? Like, that's why, like, Fusion Zamasu, you go in, he kills you instantly, you go right back in. It's not, bothersome at all. I never understood that. This is like, you're fighting the Daima characters, and it's legitimately 2.5 hours into the run, right? Like, it's terrifying. But I said that the fight matters, and people lost their minds, dude. I guess I should pull the tweet up. Yeah, there's a few here. In my no item run tweet right here, like I kind of referenced. Wait, where is it? Yeah, here we go. Like I kind of referenced, right? Like I get why people don't like it, but I like it. I mean, I like being challenged in this game. I mean, I do just genuinely enjoy the game, right? So I do actually like the challenge. So if the fight is actually really tough, to where I don't just like jump in and can just win effortlessly, I do like the event. I mean, I don't like, again, I know people are desperate to pretend that the event doesn't exist and they do hate it, and I do think people hate it for legitimate reasons too. Like, I'm not undercutting that, but like, I'm just gonna tell y'all, like, these fight, like, this shit, this is baby mode, guys. Like, this is a baby mode fight. This shit is not hard. These fights, like, these are not like, we could beat these 10 times around with our eyes closed, man. Like, no fusions. Like, this shit is not that tough, man. I'm sorry. Like, it's not like this guy, you know, he does have his AoE, he does have his lock, but he like supers pretty much almost statically in slot 1. Like, he, you know, he locks, you could, I don't know, bro, like, that maybe if like some of these other red zone fights and stuff were harder too, but it's like this is the tough fight. So okay, so let's look at this. So I said time to have the uncomfortable conversation. Festival battles event does matter. If you guys want to pretend it doesn't, that's totally your prerogative, but it does in fact matter. 3 years ago, it was more than just red zone. People lost their minds over this. They're screeching, they're mad. It was crazy, right? Like, everyone is mad. Everyone is mad. Here's the thing though. When I say it matters, why am I saying it matters? Why does it matter, chat? The reason it matters is because it's the most difficult fight in the game. Players are going to struggle with it. So don't be shocked when then characters start dropping who are designed to help players beat the fight. That's why it matters. Because if you start looking at these characters under the scope of the festival doesn't exist, and, you know, you could poke holes in them and be like, yep, well, they suck. Well, motherfucker, they're also meant to for the hardest fight in the game. This Bardock, free-to-play quest mode Bardock, shits on the festival. I haven't had an opportunity to take him in there, but, I mean, don't cry when I have slot 1 footage of him tanking Super Gogeta Super. Just like I did. Oh, whoops. No, let's go back. Oh, damn. Hold on. Oh, I don't have any. Yeah, there's something I can't show here. Where's my tweet? There's Vegeta. Those are the battle motions. It's this right here. So here's my tweet, right? So this super attack right here by Gogeta, this is a 28 million super attack in slot 1 before Kid Goku attacks. And he eats it for 183k damage. And like, a lot of people are like, oh, stacker stacks. Well, I mean, yeah, guess what? The 10th anniversary LRs and the 7th anniversary LRs can do the same thing. Who else is sitting in slot 1 pre-attack and tanking that shit? That stacker stack shit doesn't work in this situation because you're not pulling 10 characters that could do this. That what Kid Goku does. Tech Ultimate Gohan can do it for sure. Who else? Like, you could say, like, oh, Int Broly can get to a good point, but, like, that's going to be after he attacks, not slot 1, right? AGL Scouter Vegeta could do some good stuff after he attacks. Like, we're going to see characters designed for this event. So, you don't need to do the event. And the other thing about the event, too, is the reward people really care about, stones, only goes up to phase 25. Do your phase 25, get your stones, and then come back and crush the last, 25 phases when better characters start coming out that could dominate the event, like this Bardock. This Bardock is going to be able to handle business towards the end. So, while I understand people's frustrations about it, and I think a lot of them are valid, I don't, saying I don't like the charge counts makes sense to me. I'm not a fan of that either. No way. I hate losing 2 hours in and then going back to the start. 100% valid. I get it. But, I mean, the event is here, right? Now, I didn't get a chance to cover this. One reason is because of World Tournament here. Although, I don't know, I probably could make this video today. Survey. Player survey right here. If you truly hate the Battle of Festival so bad and you just pray that they never do something like this again, respectfully saying it here, and a lot of you guys do it and actually band together, and you're not cursing them out, you're not calling them idiots, you're just, respectfully, the event is not good, and we do not like this, you band together, and you put it in the survey. And that will matter. Okay? So, again, if you don't like the festival, and you don't want them... It's more so, like, the festival's here, like, for the next couple of months, it's going to be the hardest fight, right? It's just how it's going to be. But if you don't want them to do something like that again, that's what the player survey can be. So, boom, right? You jump in there, respectfully, the event's not good. I do not like losing 2.5 hours in, right? Blah, 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 blah. Like word it however you like. You know, get your friends to do it, like other players to do it, stuff like that. That will work. They do listen. But again, you can't just be, you know, Amatsu is a terrorist. This is the worst event in fucking history. You guys are morons. They toss it in the trash. So, you know, your opinion's not going to be heard. So you got to keep that in mind, right? So, yeah, there we go. You know, Battle of Festivals, unfortunately, it is here to stay, at least for the next couple of months. It is the hardest fight, and it does matter because characters are going to be designed for it. That's it, right? Like, we're going to see... Now, I don't think every character is going to be designed for it. If I had to guess, so we're going to get... Let's just take a look at what the next couple of months will look like, right? So we'll get a new Dokkan Fest on the 1st. If I had to guess, I would say there's a good chance that that character is not, like, made for, like, festival. Like, just April Fool's Dokkan Fest typically is a low-hype character. You know, it could be, like, a decent character. You know, we'll get a Yellow Crane LR sometime between, like, the 10th to the 17th. They may or may not be good in there. The Golden Week Dual Dokkan Fest at the end of April, major celebration characters, I bet you they will be stackers. I bet you that they will be good for the event. The LR... We'll get a Yellow Crane LR in May, probably sometime the 12th to the 16th in this range. Probably like the 15th or so, we'll get a Yellow Crane LR. I bet you that character potentially could be good for the festival as well. We'll get a May 30th Dokkan Fest. You know, that would be a character that, you know, maybe would be more designed for, like, I don't know, Battle Hard or Formidable Foes or something like that. We'll get the Yellow Crane LR in the middle of June, probably something like the 16th to 20th in that range. And then Dokkan Fest LR, Tanabata LR, probably on like the 30th of June. That character probably will be, you know, another stacking character. Now, once we hit Tanabata, by the way, to me, that is our first point where we could realistically have a fight that I think would be harder than the Festival of Limits, or Festival Battles, would be Tanabata, so... All right, with that, again, I mean, I guess I apologize that, you know, the point of this video is to have other people's thoughts, but it's going to come up repeatedly throughout this video. It's just, we're going to see a million of these. And just getting that whole thing, the explanation right there at the start is going to be important. So, like, we could see someone will say, oh, well, festival doesn't matter. Well, and then I'll refer you to the start of the video. Unfortunately, it does. I mean, again... if people mobilize correctly, you can make sure that there's never again another festival. I think that is probably the way to approach it, in my opinion. Okay. By the way, very excited once World Tournament ends to get back into Dragon Quest XI. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, Festival of Charges. Again, if you remove the charges, the fight is not hard at all. That's the thing. Like, you can't... I was saying this... before the event came out, I just don't see how you can make a 50-phase fight hard. I just don't see it. And charges was, like, what they came up with. Int Broly, I do gotta sit down and do a video for him. I mean, obviously, I can't pump out 50 of these videos per day, but, like, I could do usually, like, one per day. I do want to do one on Int Broly. I do think Int Broly can be competitive. To be a good character in the festival... you do need to be stacking attack and defense. It's not just defense, right? So, like, Int Goku Black, I have no interest in running because he's only stacking defense, right? But, like, Broly and Gohan are stacking both. Bardock, LR Bardock stacking both. Kid Goku is stacking both. As long as you stack both, you could be a competitive option. AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku, this is just, I mean, you know, no shots at Etsu, but as far as I'm aware, Etsu hasn't even beaten the event. And you're going to tell me AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku is worse than Int Broly, brother? Do you understand how dominant the rotation of LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku is? No, dude. I'm sorry, brother. Yeah, Tech Gohan he seems pretty good to me. I was using him in the Glorio video. We obviously are going to have a Tech Gohan video coming up soon, because Tech Gohan is just a very what's a good word? He just has a lot of notoriety. You know, I dropped the Tech Gohan versus Festival video. It does 100K, right? I dropped the Int Broly video. You know, it does 35K, right? So like Gohan is getting one soon. But yeah, I think both are solid options, right? Okay. Oh yeah, I saw. So this kind of blew up. Yeah, I kept seeing people. Look at this. I kept seeing people quote this nonstop. People pretending he wasn't hype enough are baiting. We're all going crazy seeing his art. That's true. The UI plus Vegeta. He was just terribly executed. I mean, people hate on this Evolution Blue Vegeta as a form. I personally think he was fine for the anniversary. I wasn't a fan of the way they designed him myself. Yeah. So the thing is, if they were going to remove a Tournament of Power character, it really would have been Goku and Frieza, because here's the thing. As part of the 10th anniversary, I don't have the roadmap pulled up, or a way I know I could even pull it up quickly, but, like, they're going to have a standalone Vegeta LR, right? Like Vegeta was going to get a standalone LR. So, it's like, if it wasn't going to be Evolution Blue Vegeta, they would have just needed to do, like, God Vegeta or something like that. But, like, obviously, Vegeta, you know, what needed to be, I think, a standalone LR as one of the 6, for sure. Goku and Vegeta both, you know, getting a standalone one. For Goku, it was Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And then for Vegeta, it was this guy, Evolution Blue Vegeta, yeah. I mean, people got very upset about this, but I don't, like Vegeta, yeah, obviously should be a part of the anniversary. I mean, guess what? Vegeta's very popular. Now, okay. Best case, you know, if not for, I don't know, some nameless executive at Shueisha that hates Dragon Ball or whatever, this could have been Ultra Ego, right? And that, obviously, you know, yeah, dude, would have been crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah, this is quite true. In Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who is, I don't know, dog shit, right? Like, people, if you get through when he starts out shittily at the start, right? And then you go through Oob is pretty solid. Just make sure you get the type orbs. And then you get your one turn of in Super Saiyan 4 Goku where he's effective. And then after that, he sucks. Even in full power mode, he fucking sucks. Beast can still, like, the thing about Beast Gohan, if you're just playing to win, like, all right, let's just win. Beast covers up the one weakness the 10th anniversary LRs have, which is the start of the fight, slot 1. So, like, you could do, like, you could make Beast look horrible pretty easy. And if Beast doesn't have kind of, like, a little bit of the protective, you know, like, the protection of the 10th anniversary LRs to take over Beast's role at the end of the fight and close it out, right? Beast can't close these fights out. Beast can't do any damage at all. But between how good he is slot 1 at the start of fights plus his active skill, he's very relevant. He is significantly better than in Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who fucking sucks donkey balls. Yeah. Yes. These two villains, Demon King Piccolo and Baby, yeah. I mean, 100%. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. Neither of these guys have Dokkan events, is crazy. I mean, Videl has a Dokkan event before these guys is nuts. I mean, even, you know, Raditz having one before them is crazy. Who's another character? I don't know. But, like, yeah, these are major villains, man. Neither have gotten a single Dokkan Fest exclusive. Yeah, very, very surprising. I think, is it being done on purpose? Well, you do got to understand, too, there is a thing of, like, you know, if Dokkan just spams all the best shit, like, there is a little bit of a sense of, oh, we still are waiting on LR Kid Buu. We're still waiting on this. We're still waiting on that. You know, if there's no new shit happening in Dragon Ball Land, luckily for us, Daima does have some real hitters in it. You know, if there's nothing new, and then, oh, we finally do get LR Kid Buu. Oh, we finally do get the Dokkan Fest for Baby. What's left? Right? So it's like, I can directly compare this to trophies. my you know, kind of like my hobby, when it's like, all right, I don't want to answer no one on Twitter, no one on Discord, nothing. I'm just going to sit down for some me time. And it's a little trophy action. So for me, I'm just looking for a Final Fantasy game. Yeah, okay. So some of my favorite games ever let's use Final Fantasy VI. I don't have the trophies for that. Why is this? Final Fantasy VI has got to be one of my top 3, 4 favorite games ever. I'm saving it. At any moment, I could think and say, oh, dude, it's going to be so fun to one day get trophies playing Final Fantasy VI. But once I do that, I've done it. Like, I've done it. Like, I can't then go, I can't, like, right now, like, that's such a warm feeling. Maybe it sounds stupid, but, like, bro, like, I could still at any point, like, same thing with Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy IX. Like, I'm saving these. At any point, it's like, dude, like, Final Fantasy IX and 8, like, dude, I love these games so much. Like, I at any point, I could just play those, like, what I grew up on. Right? And it's like, maybe that's it. The reason we don't have LR Kid Buu is because it actually is a meme that even the devs know about. I think that would maybe be my take on that. Now, of course, as we're getting, like, it's less of an issue, though, if we're constantly getting new shit. Like, when Dokkan, remember, Dokkan started before Dragon Ball Super, right? So, like, think of all the Dragon Ball Super shit that Dokkan spams that didn't even exist. When, like, that's why, like, they did not think Dokkan was, 10 years later, the game was still going to be going on, but there also was no Daima, no Super, no Broly movie, all that stuff, right? Yeah, this is a mess. I don't know. They got to fix this. Dokkan, I think it's pretty valid where people could say, like, maybe I push back on people whining too much, although, I mean, that's a separate topic, dude. Dokkan Twitter, there's no way Dokkan Reddit was ever worse than the current iteration of Dokkan Twitter. I think current Dokkan Twitter has got to be the worst Dokkan social media platform ever in history right now. The current Dokkan Twitter. I will take any era of the Reddit over current Dokkan Twitter. It's gotten so bad with how negative people are. Now, again, you could go then on the flip side and say, I'm the biggest, Bandai dick sucker there is. Sure, right? Whatever. But there are still, even for me, there's a lot of things we could poke big time holes in. Like, this shit, dude, is so annoying to scroll through. Yes. They gotta do something about this. Like, I understand that they gotta, like, leave these options up. They need to move them all the way to the bottom of the list for the old coins. Like, all the way at the bottom. Because if I hop in right now, they are not all the way at the bottom. They're, like, at the fucking top. It's annoying. Yes, that is a great quality of life update that they could do. And they definitely need to. For sure. All right, so there's that. I think big boobs are really cool. Yeah, yep. I love boobies. Yeah, I do, yeah. Yep, that's me. Booby lover. EGL Kid Goku is great. Well, I mean, yeah. And, I mean, guess what, guys? This is the 3rd year in a row where a Saiyan Day Dokkan Fest is probably going to dominate the entire year, right? Last year, Tech Vegeta is still good, right? 2 years ago, God Goku dominated the... dude, the 23rd World Tournament Goku versus God Goku, like, tweets and shit like that, those were happening when I was playing Yakuza 0 in December and January, dude. Like, Golden Week and Saiyan Day TURs are not on the same level as all these other TURs, and they will be dominant all year. So, I mean, if you're a big-time OG Dragon Ball fan, well, guess what? Kid Goku's going to be relevant probably all year. And Kid Goku is one of the best options for Festival of Battles, but he's also really good in the other content as well. That's another point I really should hammer home, and I didn't reference that in my Festival of Battle thing at the start. I really should have. There is a lot of diverse content right now. For me, when I'm ranking characters, oh shit, I gotta do my Dokkan Fest tier list. Dokkan this year, there's so much going on constantly, I can't keep up with all the videos I want to upload. It's actually crazy. But I want to do my Dokkan Fest top 10 Dokkan Fest TURs. For me, I start with Festival Battles. Like, can you be good in there, right? And then after that, like, how good are you in Battle Hard and Formidable Foes? And then some of the Red Zone stages, the Jiren Red Zone stages, the Blue Goku, Blue Vegeta. Like, those, like, 3 layers of content are kind of, like, vastly different from each other. So we can have characters, who are, good in one event, but not really so good in the other, right? Like Daima Vegeta is completely invincible in some of those red zone fights. Like these bosses can't even do shit to him at all, right? But then, you know, and some of the others, I don't know, like in the festival, he's unrunnable or something like that, right? Like there's different layers to it. But yeah, Kid Goku's gonna be really good. Oh yeah, here, why don't I read the rest of this? But on his team, you really feel his lack of a partner. I mean, well, Chi doesn't count. I mean, I guess you could say there's a second turn too, because like Path to Power Kid Goku's like meant to be a great floater on the team. Obviously, not really like a slot 2 partner. And on other Tech Vegeta teams, he doesn't fit in that well. I mean, well, you could say that, but I mean, you could just throw him on the Tech Vegeta team and he does completely dominate Festival. Pictures. Oh, Dokkan Fest LR for Kid Goku. Yeah, I would love it. I was actually, I didn't really want to see Kid Goku for Saiyan Day, because I felt like he should be a Dokkan Fest LR instead. But they chose to go with that Kid Goku moment. I mean, he at least is very, very good. Fuck 3-hour long runs. Make essay animation skippable. Yeah, okay. So one reason the festival goes on so long is you're just sitting there watching the 10th anniversary LRs and the 7th anniversary LRs do 10 supers per turn. Right? So, yeah, if you could make them skippable, I mean, I don't see giving players more options. It's just like almost never a bad thing, right? So just give us the option to skip the super attack animations. It harms nobody. That way, like if you want, like, okay, so yeah, like boom, that's it. Give us the option to skip super attack animations. I think it's a good idea. Lowest point of the 10th anniversary to me. Single most baffling thing they've ever done. Right now, Demon King Piccolo doesn't really have much of a place, but he is going to be very, very good the second they go to the Demonic Power team. Goma. The only thing that's, I guess, a little bit unfortunate, we'll see how many versions of, like, Goma they use and stuff like that. But I was thinking, like, oh, there's going to be, like, a lot of, like, Demonic Power, like, bosses and shit. But not really. Because, like, the Tamagamis are not on Demonic Power. Right? I mean, like, Majin Ku and Do, sure. And they're fun characters. But Majin Ku and Do, unfortunately, they're not, like, pinnacle of hype, you know, dual Dokkan Fests worthy stuff. And you could say something like, maybe, like, Bojack is not, like, really dual Dokkan Fest worthy. But he does kind of get put in that level just because of who he fights. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, who is dual Dokkan Fest, you know, like, level. Daima, like, one thing Daima disappointed on is, like, there's just, like, pretty much, like, no villains. Right? Like, it's just, like, if we look at, okay, like, what characters are coming from Daima into the games, besides, like, it's just Goma at the end. Right? I mean, the Tamagamis, I mean, but they're kind of, like, just, like, more, like, neutral characters. And, I mean, Dokkan, I mean, we looked at it. Here, we could just pull up. Let's go to the story event. The Daima story event down here. And, yeah, let's just, like, look at one of these. So here's Tamagami number 1. All he has is artificial life form. I don't know what they were thinking, not giving him demonic power. But, I mean, that's the thing. This guy seems like a setup for demonic power to me. Goma comes out. And if Goma's crazy, Demon King Piccolo is going to be huge on that team. Oh, what games have I been grinding? So Jack's been on a cooldown since Sparking Zero. So for me, Anniversary was just way too busy. So not really too much, right? Like, and, you know, I played, like, this massive RPG. Dragon Quest 3 was incredible, amazing game. Then I jumped right into Dragon Quest 11. Somehow, I'm, like, barely into it. But I'm 100 hours. I have 100 hours in this game. I mean, now some of it is like, you know, I'll be playing and then like a data download hits. And so then I'm like just left at pause for like 5 hours and I come back to it. But like these are just like story trophies, right? Boom. So like this is all like story shit left. This is all stories until we get to like beating the game right here. This gold trophy. So like that's what I'm about to get back to. Anniversary in February, like, I basically had, like, I was just grinding videos. Like, I'd wake up and, outside of, like exercising or eating or using the bathroom or something like that, I basically was just, like, only recording. Only, like working on getting videos up. And then I was like, okay, like, I'll get back into it now once things slow down. Once we went into March, things slowed down a little bit. Not really the pinnacle of hype anymore. And I did jump into, Sonic X Shadow. Now that that's done, during the World Tournament, one major thing I've been doing here is I've been going through... I've actually been kind of, like, going through Dragon Quest XI, like, playthrough right here. And just kind of, like, getting, like, reacclimated with, like, what's going on. So then once the World Tournament is done, I'm going to be ready to just jump right back into it. That's what I told Nando to do with Final Fantasy 16 as well. So yeah, I'm going to be getting to that. And then, I did make a promise with Nano. I compared it. There was some other video I talked about it. I compared it to, it's a promise between men. It's, like Kuwabara, man. Kuwabara, promise between men. Nano's doing Final Fantasy 16. I'm going to do Death Stranding after Dragon Quest. But there's still, like, dude, I want to do Astrobot. I want to do Silent Hill 2. I just really enjoy games. And, like, I'm not, like, I joke all the time with Iron Cane about his, like, the anti-woke, like, gamer thing on Twitter. That's gotta be, like, top 5 most annoying things. Like, bro, like, it's easy to, like, enjoy games if you just like games. That's, like, kind of, like, my take. Like, I have so much fun with all these different kind of games. I'd like to go back and get the plat in this, but this is like it's like Among Us right there. What do I got to do in this? They had a DLC to this too, by the way. I got to win as part of Team L. That's pretty easy. I still got to kill people as Kira as well. Okay. And then they added some DLC. This will take 2 seconds. Kill 2 members of Team Kira and then kill Kira. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'd like to get back into that somehow. Maybe I'll just tweet it out like, hey, let's go. Because they're doing lots of updates for that game too, right? Like, what the hell? Crazy. But yeah, we'll get back into it. I've been wanting to do Naruto connections. I know people, yeah, I got it. Like, oh my god, the game is so terrible and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll still fucking enjoy it, man. Okay, like, I want to jump into that. Dude, the new Bleach game came out, which I'm, like, real interested in, but I've never, like, I know that this game would be so much damn fun for me, like, if I knew anything about Bleach. All the people in the world I respect love Bleach. They say Bleach is the sickest shit. So, like, I would love to get into Bleach, probably even more so. I did promise people I'd watch One Piece, but it is daunting. I somehow... I mostly just been doing it, like when I was, like, in the bathroom or eating. I was doing a Breaking Bad rewatch, and I kind of, like, even fell off of that. Like, all of a sudden, a couple of days, I haven't watched many episodes. It's just, I don't know. All right, anyway, yeah, lock in. Okay. I mean, it depends. There's a lot of different situations and stuff like that. I feel like a lot of people would just look at this and go, no, that's craziness. No. It can't be. But I think it is a little bit more nuanced than that. Super Saiyan 3 Goku really can be a fish. It's very easy for Super Saiyan 3 Goku to get killed. Now, to be fair to saying that, Kid Goku Turn 1 is not exactly some god of the game either. Right? Like, Kid Goku... Actually, we can start clearing some of it. We don't need the Festival Battle shit anymore. Oh, yeah, here he is right here. Let's go to the player survey. Yeah, we'll leave the Bleach up. It gives us a lot of swag powers, right? Yeah, let's do that. We don't need this. So Kid Goku, right? Once you pop this up, he gets really broken. But, so, like, that's his window to getting slapped around. Would be before you have his active skill up. But that's kind of the same thing with AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So, to an extent, they do pretty much have the same weakness. But, I mean, I will say in Festival, which does matter, I mean, Super Saiyan 4 Goku can tank all these, 25 million plus supers. He could eat those. But he can't do it in slot 1 like Kid Goku. Just saying. Festival Battles is a bigger jump in event power creep than Red Zone Broly was. Okay. Oh my god, thank you, Chaotic, for giving me an excuse to talk about this. People are so lost on this. Chaotic doesn't appear to be. But most people are so lost on this event power creep shit they're confusing. I mean, you could. I think the event power creep is different from how shitty characters were at the time. Okay, there is a difference between when Red Zone Broly came out and like right now or something like that. Back when Red Zone Broly came out, every character did not get defensive mechanics and shit like that. So, like, as they step up into what, you know, what is now like more like modern fight design, we're just not, dude, like, as we step into modern fight design, we didn't have the characters back then, right? Like, these characters that could just like do some damage, but they had no damage reduction, no dodge, no guard, were just like fish to these big bosses supering for, you know, 1.5 million plus. Like, we just had no shot against them. I mean, even Red Zone Broly, I think his AoE is only 800k, but obviously if he does it turn one, slot one, it's very bad. But I think it's a different thing talking about like event power creep jump. People who say like, oh, like Broly like was the hardest, 7th anniversary Red Zone was the hardest like event power creep. It's less about event power creep and more about just how shitty all those characters were. Everyone's favorite characters back then, like Physical Super Saiyan 3 Goku, wasn't actually that good, is what it was. Nowadays, right, like during the 9th anniversary and stuff like that, every character has defensive options, which means characters are actually, you could run them. So, like, I see, like, very stupid, dumb fuck arguments of people going, oh, these fights are way easier than back in the day because I could do 15 tries, and then on my 15th run, I can carry, you know, one of these shitty characters like in Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and we can get a win. So obviously, these fights are easier than back then where, I mean, if Red Zone Broly supered at any time, you just couldn't really do it. But the difference is, even the bad characters nowadays have defensive mechanics. And the good characters back then didn't have defensive mechanics. So, like, that's just a big thing I disagree with how people talk about event power creep. When I talk about event power creep, I'm talking about literally fucking event power creep. Like, the Evolution Blue Vegeta at the end of the Legendary Vegeta event was basically the toughest boss. Where is it? He was basically the toughest boss going into the 7th anniversary. At the end. This guy right here. I mean, he was doing 557, but the 80% defensive debuff, right? And then we go right into Red Zone Broly, who was the hardest fight, right? And again, I mean, if you look at it like his AoE is at like 800k, that's not a significant jump from this plus this. It's not. And this guy was dodge canceling just the same as Broly. So it's like people will say like, oh my god, dude, 7th anniversary was like the biggest event power creep fucking of all time. Oh my god, it was so crazy. Like, yeah, I was there day 1 too, man. Like, I was there, dude. But like the fights didn't actually get like that much crazier. It's just that like just the way they're designed, they're able to expose shitty characters like Physical Super Saiyan 3, who everyone loved, but yeah, I was never really that high on them. Anyway. Only reason I feel too bad is because we also have one of the biggest jumps in Unipar. Oh, I didn't even, okay. Yeah, okay, cool. So I did that whole thing, and I should have probably read sentence too. But I agree, yes. Red Zone Broly can be clear without any post-7th anniversary characters, unlike festival battles. Yeah, I mean, guess what? Here's the thing. I mean, I'm right there with you guys, right? Like, you know, yeah, chaotic is on my side. Yeah. I'm not fully there with type defensive boost, but, you know, we'll see. Maybe. Sonic Adventure 2 is the greatest 3D Sonic game ever made. Now, I know that this is not going to include every 3D Sonic, right? Not every 3D Sonic game is on PlayStation with trophies and shit. Okay. I'ma probably agree. But, I mean, I do have a bit of nostalgia glasses for Sonic Adventure 2. Never played Sonic 4, but I don't really think that's in those talks. I know people are, like, really on board with this game. I do want to try that out. Which has, apparently, like the hardest Sonic plat, by the way. Apparently. I do want to try Sonic Colors as well. I really loved... The Shadow stuff was okay. I mean, it's, like, okay. I don't really, something about the Shadow shit didn't really, like, vibe with me like that. Sonic Generations, though, oh my god. Sonic Generations may be my favorite Sonic game, but I'd probably have to give that to Sonic Adventure 2. I don't know. I'm on board with this. Oh, by the way, here, let's do some quotes. We didn't do any quotes yet, right? Dokkan should continue to make cool characters like Super Saiyan Bardock free-to-play LRs. Dokkan needs to make them good. Okay, well, I mean, again, I think Bardock actually is quite good. Again, don't be shocked. Tomorrow, on the 23rd, there will be a tweet coming from me with LR Bardock tanking Super Gogeta's 28 million super attack in slot 1. In the festival battles. Like, essentially, outside of, like, a meme shit, like, dude, people do such disingenuous, stupid fucking arguments sometimes. Like, people just, like, lose their brains when tough shit happens, man. Bulma event right here. People are trying to, like, be like, oh, like, some of these bosses in here. Like, I don't care if you're trying to bait or not. This shit, like, dude, like, Launch, who you could, like, stun, like, you do anything to, like, come on. Like, she does, like, 900 million super at the end. You just, like, dodge it effortlessly, right? Like, and she doesn't really exert pressure or anything. It's very easy, right? Like, come on. Anyway. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess I'm fine with Bardock as the free-to-play. I mean, I'd rather it be something a little bit more quirky that they put, like, because to me, I feel like Bardock could have easily just been like a Yellow Coin LR or a Dokkan Fest. I mean, I know he's specifically from the Dokkan story, stuff like that. Yeah, I got that. But, like, I don't know if Dokkan... So, like, Legends did make Goku and Bardock, which was, like, from the Legends story. Like a Legends Limited character, a Dokkan Fest exclusive, essentially. I don't know if Dokkan can do that. I mean, if they can, that would be fun, right? But, yeah. Yes, I agree. I mean, Raditz is such a meme character that, yes, he just has a lot of... is it right to say he has a lot of aura? I feel like he does. Bro, this is true. Raditz being like his EZA showing up in the news or them tweeting Raditz's EZA is actually one of the more hype things I could think of. Like it is. I really do hope, yeah, as if he's mid. They gotta make him really crazy, man. That would be such a... People would have so much fun if this guy was just, like, legitimately, like, the best TUR. I hope Dokkan realizes that. I don't know if they do, but I really hope they understand that how happy they will make the community if they make this guy busted. And it is true. He is the worst ever. He is. That's not, like, fantasy or fiction. He truly is the worst of all time. So, at making him really good would be good. Because the other character who's the huge meme is AGL, Blue Goku, and Vegeta. They're not anywhere near... Raditz was the worst character of all time. He was a summonable Dokkan Fest, man. The Blues were, like, top 5-ish level characters when they came out, right? Maybe that's a little too low for a Dokkan Fest exclusive LR, but they were super good in that Red Zone Fusion Zamasu fight. Raditz, like, was bad, like, everywhere. Like, he was terrible. He was terrible. Yeah, they gotta do... Yes, dude. Because, like, right now, I want a turn 1 Blue Gogeta so we could put him right there. This would look so good on the data page. Yeah, man. Oh, but there's releasing standalone versions isn't enough. I want to use this specific art. Okay. Yeah, fair. I mean, I feel... They haven't done it yet, which this has existed now for 3 years. But I have to imagine they will do this. 2 million power level, by the way, is nice, Supa. That's good. This is dedication right here. If you're above a 2 million power level, that is high, right? For sure. Gloria, no, he's not. No, he's not. I'll just tell you flatly, he's not. Let's read this, but Glorio is not better than Goku. No way. Gloria is still the #1 TUR purely off of team impact. How much value provides to the team with his support and stacking abilities. His stacking is not that good. His support is very powerful, though. Yes, yes. Kid Goku's amazing individual performer. Overall, is not as important of a key player as he is, like, as Glorio is. I understand the argument, but, like, Kid Goku he does feel to me at, like, a strength level above. The other thing, too, is, like, so far this year, they can't help themselves with putting out these dodge canceling fights every 2 seconds. Dodge canceling fights. And that takes away a lot of defensive impact of Glorio. Now, yes, I mean, again, people always look to argue everything I say. I did Glorio. Where is it? Is it even further back? Yeah, right here. And I specifically put Glorio up against, like, Jiren. Like, let's see against the dodge canceling super, can he handle it? And, like, he can be in a range where he can eat these super attacks, even if dodge is canceled. But, dodge is just not as strong this year as it was last year. It's not. Because all these bosses have dodge canceling. I do love the support, though. The support is where you can win me over. His support is very impactful. But, I mean, Kid Goku is just a stronger character, period. And, I mean, I do count the Festival of Battles quite a bit. Kid Goku is significantly better than Glorio in the Festival of Battles. Significantly better. And I mean, again, a lot of people will get upset about that, but that does matter. By the way, we haven't actually, I did that whole thing expecting to see Festival of Battles all over the place, and we've barely seen talk about it. So, oops. This will be everyone's favorite event, just like the LG. Okay. This is true. Maybe. In 1.5 years, maybe this will be true. Because it's going to be just a long-ass fight where... Do you know how hard... Like, the 8th anniversary LRs, they're easy A's. You know how hard they're going to dominate? If you hate this event, dude, just wait for the 8th anniversary LR easy A's. They're going to destroy this event, man. The 8th anniversary LR... Like, they're going to be stacking both. They're going to eviscerate this event, man. Like, eventually, characters... This is what Dokkan does. People still essentially fall for Dokkan's bait every single time. Because they're doing it with the festival right here as well. Which is where Dokkan will release, one of these oh my god fights. And then people cannot help themselves but to cry like crazy. And all they're doing is pushing the notoriety of the event up. Right? And then Dokkan is going to be releasing characters designed specifically to beat the event. It's what they do. Right? There was the very difficult 10th anniversary Super Bosses mission, Kuroda Body and Mind mission, although those weren't as bad. We've had harder in the past. I expect they'll release characters to beat those events. Like, will we get a Dokkan Fest baby this year to help with that stage? I think very good chance. Maybe a Goku Black to help with some of those stages. Very good chance. Yeah, I think so. And we'll see. This event will be way, way less stressful for people once even stronger characters are out who could destroy it harder. Dokkan Awakening events and EZAs. Wait, Dokkan Awakening events. Okay, so, like, we're talking about, like just the Dokkan events. Where you grind the medals. And EZA has been something you have to sometimes wait for, even like he's one of the dumbest things in the games. Sure, but they did actually just get rid of that for all of basically the characters in the game's history leading up to the worldwide download celebration, right? So, for the most part, they did remove a lot of what Arlo here is complaining about. Or, like, just their take there. So I assume they're going to continue, all right, now up to the anniversary, everything is just permanently up. So, like, that's good. So, like, right now, like, all Dokkan events are up besides, just, I guess, some of the recent ones. All right, let's continue on here. See what we got. Don't want to tag Goku and Bardock. Want them to be a joined forces unit. Because you want them to have super attacks together and actives together. The reason a tag character would be so much kind of like better, is just all of the different teams they'd be on. But I see wanting them to do their super attacks together. I mean, I feel like they could still potentially be like a tag character with some kind of like joined forces stuff. That is interesting though. Like I see what they mean. Right? Like, they want, like, a super attack. Like, Tech Gogeta. Like the base form Goku and Vegeta of, like, Tech Gogeta. Rather than, what we get with the 10th anniversary. Where it's just, like, Goku solo and Vegeta solo and stuff like that. I get that. Okay. Kefla best girl in Dragon Ball. In anime. Anime overall. Kefla. I mean, I'm a quite a Kefla fan myself. I'm something of a Kefla fan myself. So I could see it. I could see it. I could see it. I'm part of the Kefla hive for sure. For sure. All right, let's keep going here. See what we got. Tech Vegito's comfortably and easily best unit in the game. Yep, that is true. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta gods are the same level. Shouldn't be separated by a spot at all. They're up there. So is 10th anniversary Gogeta, right? 10th anniversary LR, 7th anniversary LRs. I mean, those are the top 4. And that's probably going to be the top 4 for quite a while. I mean, but that's like, again, global players are kind of like for the first time being on the same track with JP. Those top 4 characters, it's not going to be until Tanabata where I think there will be a real potential that a better character than like the 7th anniversary LRs or something like that will show up, right? That's just the start of the year gets dominated by, the Dokkan Fest exclusives typically for the anniversary, as well as now kind of like the end of anniversary, like previous anniversary Dokkan Fest LR EZAs, right? It's like next year it'll be the 8th anniversary Spirit Bomb LRs, right? Ridiculous Trunks going Super Saiyan for the first time in history. Trunks isn't in the game yet. Yeah, it could be fun. Dokkan Fest LR level character, sure. One of the most iconic transformations in the series, but hasn't been touched at all. Yeah, it could be fun. I mean, Legends just recently got a character for this, right? So yeah, for sure. LR Kid Buu is never coming. He's coming eventually. That's funny. We did reference him earlier, right? With how, the thing is like right now it's a big thing. Like, oh, LR Kid Buu. But once we get LR Kid Buu, we've got him. Once we get him, we've got him. So. Adding team restriction missions to Red Zone are the best content in Dokkan by a mile. Difficulty's cool. Making you take up units out of your box for usage they wouldn't have otherwise. Always a huge plus for me. Yeah, I mean, they've done a good job with, I think, putting a lot of those missions out. Some of them they make intentionally a little overboard in difficulty, but that's because they're then going to try and, sell, characters. Like I'm sure there's going to be a Goku Black or a baby for that Crota Body of Mine mission. Some type of Super Boss's character to help with that mission. I'm sure those things will be dropping to help out. I think so. I disagree. This guy is so ass. In a lot of the current fights, he could be caught pretty easy. Funny enough, he's like truly broken in the Festival of Battles. He is. Like, that's where you could really see him kind of go crazy. And he does have, this Goku does have one of the better active skills in the game. The Veku active skill is absolutely ridiculous, right? Just a crazy, insane, obscene active skill for sure. Okay, alright. Festival Battles, well-designed event. Some flaws here and there. Charge count, Dynamo phase. Add to the challenge. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not the biggest fan of the charge counts myself, but if you take it away, it's not really tough. I do tend to just like events that are very, very hard. And, I mean, the thing is that no matter what, they need to do bullshit to make the fight, like, actually really tough. And that's what they did. That's what they did with Red Zone Fusion Zamasu, Red Zone Broly, like, original Super Battle Royale being such a ridiculous jump and how hard enemies hit. I mean, we've seen this many, many times, right? Taco Bell is a top 5 invention. I'll pass on discussion of this one. No. Taco Bell is goated. It's goated. I did yesterday. I unfortunately, I told Iron Cane and Swag Kage, it's like, all right, we're going to do another 30 days of salad. Let's go. This one I did fail early on. I actually did get Taco Bell yesterday. I gotta tell Iron Cane that we're back at day 1 on the 30 days of salads. Beast is the best unit in Dokkan history. Also, truth. Yeah, I mean, that's just that's a little bit of an exaggeration for the title. I probably would say Beast Gohan best in history. Yeah, that EZA for Gogeta. Oh my god. That was a great EZA. I feel like I haven't really been using him very much. since like the 10th anniversary started and stuff like that. But that Gogeta could definitely still be quite an option, right? For sure. Continue to shout out till the game shuts down. Dokkan Battle making hard content's been the biggest mistake the game has ever made. Well, how? What? Dokkan making hard content? You mean when they started in 2015 with Dokkan Fest Broly? I'm not really too sure what Michael is getting at here. I mean, if you don't like the content, you could just ignore it. Right? Like, I do think, I mean, I don't know about Michael. I don't feel like I've seen Michael around. But like, like a lot of people do, like, you know, care about their specific favorites doing well. And a lot of times, like, a real disdain for some of these fights and stuff like that I've noticed is, you know, because they can't make their favorite characters look good is oftentimes a thing that happens. But again, I'm not really too sure about Michael. Because hard content, I mean, they... Like, again, Dokkan Battle making hard content has been the biggest mistake the game ever made. I mean, Dokkan started doing this mistake before it was even a year old. So... Super Vegeta and Gogeta should be on Earthbred Fighters, considering they were born on Earth. Oh, I see. Okay. Sure. You know what? Sure. Whatever. Sure. Reversible exchange mechanics, the best mechanic they ever added. Will never be topped. Oh, because it fixes the problem with categories. How some don't apply to joint forces. Yeah, so like the Int Goku and Piccolo, God Goku and Hit. Right, yeah, now they could do, like, a version of that character, and they're on, like, 1,000,000 teams. And that really helps for, you know, future category missions and stuff like that. Like, Dokkan dropped one of the tough 10th anniversary missions was for Otherworld Warriors. Historically, Otherworld Warriors has not been a crazy category. So, like, that was a tough mission. But, I mean, now, we take a look at Otherworld Warriors... And it's like, you know, we have 3 tag 10th anniversary LRs on there. So, like, this was a mission, I think it was against either Blue Goku or Blue Vegeta, which, you know, may have been hard, but with these tag characters all being on it, like, we're able to just completely decimate it easily. Otherworld Warriors being, like, a very competitive team is something we've almost never seen. Remember, it was just last year where Otherworld Warriors was a mission in the Legendary Frieza event. And that was very, very challenging, right? Dokkan community needs to learn to have a more fun with the game. No item runs are cool, but it gets boring if that's the only self-imposed challenge people care about doing the game. I agree, yeah. Playing Dokkan in black and white, normal attack only run. How about a one-time speed only difficulty run? I know there's, Gino is a very skilled player who likes to do, like, the runs... with, like, multiple Cybermen and stuff like that, right? Yeah, I mean, you know, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I do the no-item run stuff, and I guess because I've become kind of, like, the largest voice for the Dokkan community or something like that, like, it's just, I guess... I mean, this is what I hear about where, like, you know, the Reddit ends up not liking me because so many people kind of, like, just, like, half-assedly refer to, like, things I've said and stuff like that, and it becomes, like a never-ending war of arguments and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, using different type of like challenges and stuff like that, I mean, that's definitely a good thing, right? 2 most underrated. Okay, Super Saiyan 4 Goku's not under. You can't call him underrated. No way. You ruined. I ruined both of their reputations. What the fuck? Wait, we used to defend him, called Tech Gogeta best in the game. He was. Now I hate him all of a sudden. I don't really hate him. I mean, I don't use him. Like, his strengths, because he doesn't synergize well, really, with the 10th anniversary LRs, is why. The 10th anniversary, because they're just, like, better versions of this character, almost. I mean, this character is Rainbow Orb changing, though, right? Which is huge. But, I mean, this character's at their weakest right at the start, just like the 10th anniversary LRs. So it's like, if you're using the 10th anniversary LR team, you already have 3 of them, then you're adding a 4th character with the exact same weaknesses. So it's more so that this character just doesn't synergize super well with these guys because they're all sharing the same weakness. So then, like, it's very easy to just start the event and then you're gonna have a rotation of like this guy, and this guy, and like if this is your rotation at the turn 1, who goes slot 1, right? Like it's an issue. So it's things change. Like just because one character was super busted before the 10th anniversary, the environment changes, teams change, new characters come out, right? Like different weaknesses are now a bigger deal, different strengths are now a bigger deal, right? Like Tech Gogeta just again has the same kind of weaknesses as the 10th anniversary LRs, which it just leads me mostly to not really running them and stuff like that. That's why Beast can be so effective with them, because Beast is the exact opposite. He's at his best turn 1, slot 1 to help these guys. And then once Beast has used up all of his power, you're transforming into the fusions and you're ending the fight instantly. So that's what, like, Beast is actually still super good paired with the 10th anniversary fusions, right? Super Saiyan 4 Goku, though? What? I mean, he's either the 5th best unit in the game, or maybe you want to say 6 if you want to get, like, Kid Goku in there. But, like, he's right there. Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This guy was still... Define runnable. When you do 10 runs, and then, on the 10th run, you get it done, sure. He was absolutely fucking terrible. Like one of these, right? Where it's just like a screenshot of just like, oh, we got the clear. Like Metal Cooler was hiding this entire run. Could still be relevant now. Haven't tested since he has no real teams. Ize will break the game or be one of the ones they hold back on because Revive is too powerful. I could easily see this being a guy that they hold back on majorly. For sure. I could easily see that. Easily. People were complaining about super short, hard fights like Fusions and Mouse, so now they're complaining about long, hard fights. Yes, and now, to be fair to people, they don't like, a lot of it is the charge counts, right? So, like, it's not just the fact that it's a long fight, but it is the charge counts. I get that, but yet again, if they're gonna do a 50-phase fight outside of, like charge counts, even if the boss did have, like, really strong abilities, you could just turtle up, like, for 50 phases. It's very difficult to make it tough. Thought y'all wanted long fights to build up your garbage units. Well, yeah, but the thing is that the charge counts does keep you from using, like, truly terrible characters in there. Festival Battles is fun. Charge count makes it better. The charge count makes it harder, is what it does. Which increase leads to more, I don't know, more danger, a sense of danger or whatever, right? Alright, I think we'll make this last one. Dokkan Fest Pansy will be the first Dokkan Fest to rack up $1 panzillion. I don't know about Pansy being a Dokkan Fest, but, like, she could definitely be, like, a cool banner unit. Like Pansy could be, like, a Chilai type character easily, right? Where Pansy's just doing, she'll have multiple turn support, scouter, orb changing, dodge character. Like, Chilai is a great design character. They could do that with Pansy as well. For sure. All right, one there. We'll do a second. We will do a second one. We'll come back and we'll do a second video going through a lot of these takes. Dude, I spent the first 10 minutes talking about, like, the Festival Battle stuff, and we didn't really see too much. I figured it was just gonna be waves of it. Like, everyone is gonna be like, Festival Battle's terrible. I hate it. Like, I thought that's what we're gonna give it. That's it. That's not what we got. Okay. All right, yeah, we'll come back for a second one. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll catch you guys next time.